This two-flip case is pretty well known, and the algorithm for it is pretty easy. It's m prime u u2 m prime u m prime. So that solves that EO case. But if you have a two-flip here, here, or here, there are more efficient ways to solve those than just AUFing to get them over here and then doing that algorithm. If I have a two-flip here, I can do m prime u prime m prime to set up to an arrow, and then u2, and then solve the arrow. If I have a two-flip here, I can do m u m prime, and then u2 to get an arrow in the back, and then solve that arrow. And finally, if I have a two-flip here, I can do m u prime m prime to get an arrow in the back, and then u2, and then solve that arrow. So this is a pretty common EO case. It's a bad edge here and a bad edge here, and it's just m prime u m to get the arrow, and then u, then solve the arrow. What you can do, however, is for an EO case like this, with two bad edges like this, or like this, with two bad edges like this, is you can guarantee an EO solution in 7 moves. You don't have to just AUF to set it up to this case that you know. For these, the general idea is you want to take the bad edge on D, and you want to make an M move that keeps it on D. So in this case, I would do an M, because that keeps it on D. If it were back here, I would do an M prime, because that would pull it up here, which would keep it on D. So I do an M, and then I take the bad edge that was up on the U face, and I turn it towards the place on D that the previous edge just went to. So I would turn it this way, because this bad edge is here, I did an M move, so it went back there, so I have to turn this towards that. Then you just do any M move. I mean, not an M2, but any M move. So I can do an M prime, or I can do an M, it'll set it up to an arrow either way, and I do this. But if we had something like this, where it's in the back, then I can do an M prime to keep it on D, like this, and then bring this towards this edge, because I just moved it up like that, and I want to bring this towards that edge, so I'll do it U prime, and that'll do any M move, and that'll set it up to the arrow. So if you have UL and UR diagonal across from each other already, and the color of the corner sticker on F or B is the same color as ULUR, then you don't need to place ULUR on the bottom like this, because that's going to be inefficient. You can cancel directly into solving them. There are 4 cases. The first is if you have a bar of solid color like this, and then same colors but disjointed like this in the back. Just do M prime U2 M prime. Second case is if you have a bar of solid color like this in the back, and you have disjointed solid color in the front, then you do M U2 M. And then if you have a bar of opposite colors in front, and you have disconnected opposite colors in the back, then you do M U2 M prime. And then if you have a bar of opposite colors in the back, and you have opposite colors disconnected in the front, then you can do M prime U2 M, and that'll let you save some moves. If you have UL and UR diagonally across from each other again, but the color of the F corner sticker or B corner sticker doesn't match UL-UR, then you have one of the worse LR cases, and what you want to be able to do is one-look your UL-UR solution right from this position, so that you can turn as fast as you can and compensate for the inefficiencies. So let me first go over how you would solve this. First, you would have to bring the edge on U down to make UL-UR down here, so I would do that like this. Then you have to AUF so that these two colors are opposite, and then you have to do an M2, and then you have to do another AUF, a second AUF, to solve. So what's important here is determining what your two AUFs are, because that way, when you place this down, which is very simple, to get UL-UR on D, you know exactly what to do next. You don't have to look at the pieces or think about anything. You can just turn as fast as you can, and that's very important. So the way you do this is you compare this sticker to this sticker to this sticker. So first you compare this sticker to this sticker, and basically what you want to do is your first AUF is whatever currently brings this color to the F face. So in this state, a U prime will bring orange to the F face on the corner stickers. So that's your first AUF. Your second AUF is determined by comparing these two stickers. If these two stickers are the same, then your second AUF is the same as your first AUF. But if these two stickers are opposite, then your second AUF is opposite of your first AUF. So here, I know I have to do U prime to get the orange corner stickers on F, so that's my first AUF. And then these are the same color, so my second AUF is a U prime. So my entire solution is mu to m prime to get this down here, so I'll have both of them here. And then my first AUF, U prime, and then an M2, and then my second AUF, U prime. So now they're both down here. My first AUF is a U prime, and then an M2, and my second AUF is a U prime. Now we're up here, so I have to do an M prime U to M to place first. And I do a U prime to get red onto the F face, since this is red, so it needs to match that. And since these are the same color again, my second AUF is also a U prime. So my entire solution is M prime U to M, first AUF U prime, M2, second AUF U prime. U prime, U prime. Okay, so for this last example, just something that's slightly different. This one's over here, so mu to m prime obviously to place ULUR on D. Now, these two are opposite, which means I have to do a U prime to get orange onto the F face. So my first AUF is a U prime, and these two are opposite, so I have to do a U as my second AUF, because a U is opposite of my first AUF, which was a U prime. So my entire solution is mu to m prime. My first AUF is a U prime, then an M2, and then my second AUF is a U. So M, U to M prime, U prime, M2, U. So that lets you basically one look ULUR from that position, so you can turn as fast as you can and max out your TPS. So BU is a system of recognition that allows you to determine how to solve the last step when you have a 3 cycle. So this is an example of a 3 cycle because this piece needs to go here, needs to go here, needs to go here. And what happens is you take this sticker while you're solving ULUR. So I solve ULUR, and then I look at the sticker that's about to become the BU sticker. So in this case that's blue. Then I look at relevant blocks on the F face. So since this is blue, I look for blue stickers on the F face, and I see a 2x1. Then I look for where the 2x1 is on the U face, and based on that information, I know exactly how to solve the rest of the cube. There are 8 cases in total because a 3 cycle can either be like this, where it goes from here to here to here, or the inverse of it, where it goes from here to here to here. So, since you have 2 possibilities for a 3 cycle and you have 4 different positions for a 3 cycle to be in, because you can start at any one of these edges and make a 3 cycle, you have 8 different cases. For the first case, the relevant color is here, and it's a 1x1, and you have a 2x1 line on U. You do M, U2, M prime, U2. For the second case, you have the relevant color here, it's a 1x1 on U, and you have a line up here instead. Then you do M prime, U2, M prime, U2, M2. For the third case, our relevant color is blue now. Your relevant color is here, it makes a 2x1 line, and you have a 2x1 line here on U. So you do M, U2, M, U2, M2. For the fourth case, your relevant color is a 2x1 line on F, and you have a 2x1 line up here on U. You do M prime, U2, M, U2. For the fifth case, you have your relevant color green down here, a 1x1, and on U you have this line. So you do M2, U2, M prime, U2, M prime. For the sixth case, your relevant color blue is down here, a 1x1, and on U you have this line up here, and you do M2, U2, M, U2, M prime. For the seventh case, you have your relevant color blue here, and you have a 2x1 here, and on U you have this 2x1, so you do U2, M prime, U2, M. And for the last case, your relevant color blue is here, and you have a 2x1 line here, and you have a 2x1 up here, so you do U2, M, U2, M prime. When you're at 4C with UL here and UL here, UR here, and you're solving it like this, and then you do your AUF to solve them, you realize that this is blue and this is blue, so with BU recognition you know that you have to do a U2 to finish the rest of the solve. And that's inconvenient because what you ended up doing is you end up doing a U prime and then U2, which is a waste of a move. So instead, if you look ahead a little bit, you'll see that this is blue and this is blue, so you'll do a U move instead to cancel into the 3 cycle. But the problem with this is if I do, from here I do an M, U2, M prime. Now all my fingers are over here, and I can't really do another U move very easily. So instead what you do is M, U2, and then during the last M move, you just fork your fingers out like this. So now if you have a cancellation and you see it, you can do this. If you don't have a cancellation, you just continue with your normal moves. So sometimes you'll get to the last step and you'll find this. This is called a dots case. Now the way you want to solve this is you're just going to pop open an edge like this, and you're just going to start removing the center pieces one by one like this. There's a second one, there's a third one, just like that. Just take them off, and what you want to do is you just want to put them back in their proper places. So there's one back in its proper place, and there's a second one, and there's a third one. And finally, we'll put the last one back, and then we'll restore the edge piece that we used to remove the center pieces in the first place, and we'll have solved the last step. And the reason we do this is because it takes 0 moves, and it's going to be the worst solve of your average anyway, so we don't really care.